Good afternoon. Welcome to the Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University graduation ceremony for the executive class of 2018 and the international full-time MBA class of 2019. My name is Brandon Kirby, and I am the Director of Admissions and Marketing for the MBA programs here at the school. And today, we acknowledge and then celebrate the countless hours of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, and perseverance of the candidates who will be joining us here in just a moment. But we also celebrate those of you here in the room, the friends and family who no doubt played an important role during the MBA journey as well. Your support was vital in their success, so let me be the first to thank you. It is my honor and pleasure to act as today's Master of Ceremonies, which is the most cherished event in the year for those of us here at the school. Our program has several components today that I would like to take a moment to share with you, and then we will let the proceedings begin. We'll have a welcome from our Dean, Steve van der Velde, a keynote speech, after which we will present the diplomas. We will present student and faculty awards. We'll also offer the opportunity for class farewell speeches, closing remarks, and then perhaps the most important thing, the reception with drinks outside afterwards. That joke always works. Finally, today's ceremony is being live streamed, so those who are not able to attend in person are still able to watch the graduation. One quick note of housekeeping: if you have a cell phone, I would ask that you please put it into silent mode so that we don't have any interruptions during today's proceedings. So without any further delay, let's begin our program, shall we? As an academic ceremony, the graduation procession is led by Erasmus University's Bedell. She leads the cortege inside the auditorium. The cortege is comprised of faculty members, dean, associate dean, honorary guests, and senior staff members. Those persons with a full professorship will be wearing the university gown. So I invite the cortege now to enter the room. Thank you, and you may be seated. Now, please join me in welcoming the Executive MBA class of 2018. Well, it's great to see you all together again. I had the pleasure of introducing the school to you on the first day of class, so it's nice to see you all again as one big group. Yes, you've made it. I'd also like to say you handled one of your final assignments quite well, which was lining up outside, which the rest of the audience didn't see, but I can tell you is something that's fun every single year. So, welcome. Next, I'd like to introduce the International Full-Time Class of 2019. Please join us in the room. Those of you in the audience, you can probably tell your friends you've broken the record for the longest sustained applause you've ever had to do in your life. So, full-time class, welcome. It's great to see you all again. For me, what's special with seeing you all together is that we've traveled around the world to meet so many of you. So it's great to see you here tonight or today at the end of the program. So that's great. As the Dean of Rotterdam School of Management, our opening speaker is tasked with setting forth the mission and strategic direction of the school. He was instrumental in helping to reshape the school's mission statement, which is to be a force for positive change in the world. Since its introduction, the mission statement, which is based on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals put forth by the United Nations General Assembly, has seen a transformation across all areas of our school and will continue to guide RSM's initiatives moving forward. Please give a warm welcome to the Dean of Rotterdam School of Management, Stef van de Velde.
I don't need this one. What can I tell you? I'm Dutch, right? So dear ladies and gentlemen, and most of all, dear graduates, welcome all to the RSM Full-Time MBA and Executive MBA graduation ceremony of 2019. And of course, let me start by congratulating the more than 200 graduates here present. Graduating is a fantastic achievement, and you got all the reason in the world to be very, very proud of yourselves. And for sure, I know that your partners, your parents, your family, your friends are very proud. And for sure, RSM is very proud of you too. Now, at every graduation, I'm asking this particular question, right? And I hope I get a fair and straight answer from you all. So then I'll ask this question to the full-time MBA class of 2019 first. So my question to you all is, how happy and excited are you today? Okay. I've seen better years, but anyway. Now, you know the question that's coming, right, to you. So, Executive MBA class of 2018, how happy are you today? So, are you firm believers in resits and second chances, or? So let me ask you all, how happy and excited are you today? Really, you got to believe me if I tell you you are the best class ever. But I might be telling this anyway. Okay. So on a more serious note, and especially for everyone else sitting here today, Rotterdam School of Management, RSM for short, is a leading international research-driven business school. And that particular research basis is crucial for us, as it is no longer about what you know, but it's all about how you think. And we want our students, our graduates, to be critical thinkers and practical doers. And to achieve this, research is crucial. And you all probably know that RSM enjoys very high positions in the different league tables. For instance, the US News and World Report ranking, the most important ranking in the US, puts us number 14 in the world, number 3 in Europe, behind Harvard and Oxford and London School of Economics, but before Cambridge and Princeton. Now, I don't know how you think about Brexit, but if that becomes a fact, right, we are number 1 in Europe. So, next time you see Prime Minister May on television, anyway, the Shanghai ranking puts us number 5 in the whole wide world, just behind Wharton, Harvard, and Chicago. And although we're doing very well in those rankings, as you probably know, RSM is seriously challenged by the current methodology the Financial Times is using for ranking MBA programs. Because salary after purchasing power parity for them is the main item to rank business schools. And in this part of the world, salaries after that particular correction are simply not competitive enough. Unfortunately and thankfully, critique on the Financial Times ranking methodology is mounting, and the Financial Times is now reviewing it in order to put more focus on societal impact, including entrepreneurship. So given our new mission statement, then in the long run, I'm sure that this is very beneficial for us. Well, although we all know that individual rankings sometimes need to be taken with a pinch of salt, if you put them together, they really confirm the very high quality of our school, of our students. They confirm their employability, confirm the quality of our faculty, research, and our programs. These high rankings allow us to attract and retain the brightest of the brightest students, the best of the best faculty and staff, and to work with the most forward-thinking companies. So graduates, if you think about it, the degree, the RSM degree, says a whole lot about it. This degree opens a world of opportunities for you. But for sure, your MBA degree is a ticket to a higher income, to step up the ladder. However, I truly hope that you'll be using your newly acquired knowledge, your enhanced skill set and competencies, your recalibrated values and attitudes, and your increased self-confidence to the benefit of a greater cause. After all, as future and present leaders, decision makers, entrepreneurs, and who knows, game changers and rainmakers, you will be in the vantage position to create value, well-being, and prosperity for all in a sustainable and responsible way for making a positive change in the world. And you probably know that individuals that have a purpose in life are happier, perform better, live longer, and have better sex. Yeah. So, I don't know what you're going to remember from my speech, but anyway. Anyway, organizations that have a clear purpose also perform better. And the best combination, of course, is when the purpose of an organization and the purpose of each of its individuals, colleagues, employees are fully aligned. So, dear graduates, that begs the question, what's your purpose in life? And what's the purpose of the company you're working for or are going to work for? Will they be aligned? So, ladies and gentlemen, like Brandon already referred to, I can proudly say that RSM has a very clear, inclusive, and distinctive mission. And a mission is nothing else but the common purpose of the entire RSM family. And since I'm very proud of it, I'm eager to share the story behind and around our new mission. So let me take you back in time a little bit. Some 2.5 years ago, we at RSM came to understand that we needed a new mission for the school, a new long-term ambition, a new common purpose, because the old one was nondescript, stale, and cliché. And although I'm saying we at RSM came to understand that we needed a new mission, frankly, at the time, I was very skeptical about it, because who needs a mission statement? At the end of the day, it's all about strategy and implementation. Isn't that true? And how many people actually know the mission of the organization they're working for? So I was really very skeptical. Anyway, I gave the okay to work on a new mission. And in the best tradition of Dutch stakeholder consultation, it took us almost a year to work on it. And then we agreed on a very short, what I think is very powerful, but for sure also ambitious, and maybe even a little bit pretentious mission statement. It says, we want to be a force for positive change in the world. Wow. I like that applause, yeah. So let me repeat this. We want to be a force for positive change. So why this mission, and what does it exactly mean? Well, at the time we said, let's look at the big societal challenges the world is facing. And just to name a few, and we all know what they are: hunger, poverty and inequality and unemployment, injustice, climate change, depleting resources, failing institutions, and so on and so on. It's a daunting, long list. But at RSM, it's our conviction that business can, should, and must play a key role in addressing and solving these big, wicked challenges and problems. And since it's our remit to enhance the practice and management of business, we therefore, by implication, have a responsibility to address these challenges too as a business school. We have the responsibility to make a positive change happen. Well, many of these big societal challenges concur with the 17 development goals defined by the United Nations in 2015, oftentimes called the goals of the world. And that's why we, in our communication, extensively refer to these goals, as these are well-known, non-political, universally embraced. They make it easy for us to indicate and explain what exactly we mean by positive change. Now, as a business school, how can you make a positive change in the world? And essentially, we have three instruments, three levers. First, it's our academic research that addresses these big societal challenges. We are really a research powerhouse, but at the same time, we all know that the impact of academic research is a little bit limited. Second, we engage with the environment, our external stakeholders, including industry, governmental organizations, including the city of Rotterdam, and civil society. However, the third and the most powerful instrument, and that's why we believe it can be a force for positive change, is education. It's teaching and learning. In other words, the most important lever that we have is our graduates. Every year, we put around 2,000 people on the job market. That's an entire army of agents for positive change. So you got to address all these big societal challenges. For instance, by developing new business models that do well and that do good at the same time. By being a source of inspiration to others. By challenging the status quo. By leading by example. You are the key to a sustainable world because you are the ones that create value, wealth, well-being, not just for yourselves, but for others. This new mission statement of ours has served us very well. It has unleashed an enormous amount of energy, passion, and support from our colleagues and our students. And it has resonated very well with our alumni and corporate relations. And of course, the new mission statement sounds wonderful. It's ambitious, and as I said, even pretentious. So the art lies in walking the talk. And for this, we need everyone's support and brainpower. And thankfully, we are challenged and advised all the time, also by the graduates sitting here today, how to be more effective and convincing with walking the talk. For this reason, we are changing our curricula, our research agenda and capabilities, our engagement and outreach policies. The mission is even impacting our admission and hiring policies. But then if you think about it, our new mission might be distinctive in the global business school world. To a large extent, it reflects the values and beliefs in our society. Values that are social, secular, and liberal. Beliefs about rule-based systems of global governance and strong international institutions. Values that talk about equality, justice, and prosperity for all, inclusiveness, responsibility, and sustainability, caring for each other, compassion, and stakeholder value rather than shareholder value. These beliefs and values are in the DNA of our school, of our colleagues, of our students, of our programs. And that's exactly what makes our MBA program so great, And that's why I'm so proud of our graduates. So coming back to the rankings I referred to earlier, yes, they are important. You can't dismiss them. We're generally highly ranked, but for us, they're not an end in themselves. They are a means to achieve our mission, the common purpose of the entire RSM family. Try and picture yourself where you are exactly 1 year from now. Where will you be? What will you do? Because at that time, 1 year from now, I would like you to take a step back from time to time and look at the mirror and ask yourself this one important question. Am I making a positive change in the world? Have I made a positive change for my family, my friends, community, society, company, the world? And if the answer is no, then it might be time for a fundamental change. Life is simply too short. Dear graduates, we believe in you, as each and every one of you is now a crucial part of our social capital. Now and in the future, we'll try and keep you close at heart. We'll stay connected, as we need your active support to strengthen our reputation, but most of all, to achieve our mission. I wish you all the very best in your personal and professional life. Thank you very much.
For the record, I didn't need this box either. I was just using it just because. Just a quick word. For those of you who may or may not know, this is actually a kind of a special graduation ceremony for STAFE as it relates to the MBA program. STAFE's tenure as the Dean of RSM will come to a close later this year. So if I'm not mistaken, this will be the last MBA ceremony that you will be part of. So let me take a moment to thank you on behalf of the staff, the students, everyone who's walked the stage and had the pleasure to shake your hand, and for all of your support. STAFE, thank you. Okay. Today's keynote speaker is a biochemist by education, having studied at Birmingham University in the UK, before completing a PhD, and get ready for this, plant molecular biology at Cambridge University. Following his PhD, he held a number of academic fellowships in the field of biochemical engineering, researching the development of how different low-carbon fuel solutions. Professionally, he has held numerous roles in the areas of technology development, supply chain management, and operations. He is currently the head of the Europe-Africa Renewables Optimization Team in Royal Dutch Shell, where he is responsible for the optimal development of low-carbon fuels across the globe. Perhaps most importantly, he also completed his executive MBA with us here at RSM in 2013, so he is also an alum. One of his passions is to decarbonize the global energy system and protect the world for future generations, and both his academic and professional career choices have been guided by this passion. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker and RSM alum, Martin Croft.
Thank you. I didn't align this session with Steph, but I did write in these notes at the top of the piece of paper 3 words. They say passion and purpose. I think the next time I give this speech, Steph, I'll add sex to these notes as well. It's a great pleasure to be back, actually, in this room. It was 5 years ago when I was sat with the EMBA class in my graduation, and when RSM asked me if I would come back and say a few words to this group, I said, of course, but what would you like me to talk about? And they said, give us some reflections on the things that you took away from the MBA, and how has that guided you through your time? And I thought, wow, 5 years. You forget an awful lot in 5 years. I remember pain. I remember fun. I remember a lot of laughs, self-discovery, and then I remember an awful lot more pain. So, congratulations, guys. You've been through a really tough journey over the last year or the last 2 years, and you really deserve everything that you get out of this. It's a fantastic experience. I know from personal experience it's not always easy, but it is a really good thing to have done. In 5 years, you do forget a lot. I do remember the finance exam. I don't remember anything I wrote in the finance exam. I do remember organizational behavior, but I don't remember an awful lot of the things we studied in organizational behavior. But what I remember more than anything is all of the time we spent understanding what leadership is really about, what your values are, what your passion is, and how you can use your values and passions to be happy in life. And more than anything, I remember the courage that the MBA gave me in following those passions. Now, RSM always talked to us about the rankings tables. It was always something that came up in discussions. And I realized in the journey over the last 5 years where some of that data comes from. After I finished my EMBA, I moved to Spain for 3 years to run a manufacturing operation in Spain. And during that period of time, I actually lost touch with many of the people who were based in Northwest Europe that I had actually done my MBA with. And so when I came back to Northwest Europe 2 years ago, I set about meeting people who were in the different countries around Europe. When I visited them, I tried to meet them for dinner. And I recall very clearly an evening 18 months ago in The Hague. It was an unusual, bright, sunny summer's afternoon, and 4 ex-EMBA students had agreed to meet for dinner. Frank had offered to pick me up from the office, take me to the harbour where we would meet the other 2 members of our EMBA class. I jumped in the car and, of course, asked him, "Hey, Frank, how's life?" "Very good," he said. "I've just resigned." I said, "Oh, what are you going to do?" "I have no idea. I'm going sailing for 3 months, and then I will figure it out. The only thing I know is what I'm not going to do." Frank was surprisingly happy for an unemployed person. We arrived at the harbour in The Hague, got 2 beers, and 5 minutes later, Urban arrived. "Urban, how's life?" "I'm very happy," he said. "I quit 2 years ago, and now I work for an NGO. I really feel like this is my purpose in life. I decided I didn't need the money, so I had a complete career change." Then arrived Galka, and to my shock, he had also just resigned the week before. I found myself with 3 EMBA students, all of whom were unemployed, had no income, and probably were not doing their bit for the RSM rankings. Why tell you this story? It's not actually that you think, "Oh my God, have I just wasted the last 2 years of my life?" Nor is it for your family and friends to realize that they supported you through something that has no value. It's actually that what we had all discovered over the last 5 or 6 years was understanding your values and purpose and understanding what you are really, truly passionate about and having the courage to actually make a change is something that led all of the people who sat around the table that night to be truly happy in what they were doing. For me personally, I had always been interested in one of what I consider to be humanity's biggest challenges, climate change. And what could we all do to actually tackle that problem, not just for the people who live in this part of the world, but for the people who live all over the world who face many different societal challenges to Northwest Europe. The EMBA really crystallized that for me. And following that discovery, I actually made sure that the career choices that I personally made were not to get a promotion or to have more money, but actually to focus on the thing that I was passionate about, and for me to try and make my contribution to the world. I don't believe that you make a change by standing on the outside complaining. Although, living in the UK at the moment, I see a lot of people standing on the outside complaining, but that's a slightly different topic. I believe you need to roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, and actually make a change by enabling your organization to change, by creating sustainable models for your organization, be that business models in a commercial setting, organizational models if you're in an NGO or in the civil service, and actually making sure that you help your organizations to transition to be a force for good and to really make a difference. I hope that what you will have taken from your time at RSM is an understanding of your passion and purpose. And I hope that what you will have taken from RSM is the courage to know that you are truly capable to make a change and to follow your heart. You will only live once. You may as well make the most of it. So go out there, make a change, and make the world a better place. Thank you.
Kind of worried now about that beer you asked me to have later on. I feel like maybe I should either quit my job or should be worried about this. So, guys, if you don't see me here on Monday, you'll know what happened. And now it's time for why you're all here. It's time for the presentation of diplomas. I would like to invite Anne van Dam, Executive Director of MBA Programs, Registrar Evelien Weinmalen, Dean Steve Vandeveld to the stage, please, to take your positions, if you will. They'll be here for a little while, I'll warn you. So it is now time to present each graduate with their diploma. A quick word on the procedure for you. Anne will call out each person's name. You will walk across and be presented your diploma, and then a picture will be taken of you and the dean. And we will make this available digitally soon hereafter. One last note on the tassel. Before receiving your diploma, the tassel should be on the right-hand side. After receiving the, yeah, everyone's like switching it. Happens every year, don't worry. After receiving the diploma, the tassel should be moved to your left. We will start with the Executive MBA class first, and then we will follow with the International Full-Time MBA second. Anne? Oh, and let me move the box for you.
So the box is for my benefit, nobody else's. It is a fantastic honor and privilege to see all of you. We've been through some high highs and some not so highs with some of you, but it's fantastic to see you all here. You've reached the end of your roller coaster ride that we talked about in your first starting week. It's amazing to see you all. Well done. So without further ado, we are going to start announcing the names as Brandon said. For those who are not here and watching the live stream, hopefully, we will still call their names. So sometimes you will hear a name being called and no person walked the stage. Unfortunately, that person couldn't make it today, but you know, we are all inclusive and we call out everybody. So, first one up for the executive class, MBA 2018, Camila Alfonso Gomez. Kirabi Aslan. Massimiliano Azzone. Robert Becciara. Congratulations. Oleg Bejlik. Congrats. Sabine Bink. Adrian Blazer. Congratulations. Joschka Bödling. Wouter den Boer. Congrats. Adil Bohudi. Congrats. Jan Buscher. Congrats. Jorge Castro. Congratulations, we hope you're watching. Sayantan Chakraborty. Congrats. Yanis Chatsianou. Congrats. Giovanni Colotto. Cortez. Congrats. Ramon Daré. Jerry van Dijk. Ron van Dijk. Evelien Dietrich. Peng Du. Hofi Einars-Dottir. Ahmed El Nahas. Davide Gamberini. Congratulations. Fei Fei Gao. Jack Gao. Marloes van Gasteren-Buitenhek. Congratulations. Lauren Genen. Congratulations. Gertjan Gerings. Frank van der Geld. Tom van Ginkel. Congrats. Jordan Gorototegui Kandamo. Congratulations. Stanley Hatto. Congratulations. Ken Hirhuner. Reinier Hilarius Lambers. Jinky Ha. Stefano Iannacone. Congratulations. Jasper Joosten. Congrats. Raad Kawar. Erik Keizer. Erik Kievit. Congratulations. Sean Kim. Congratulations. Anna van Kleef. Congrats. René Koenderman. Congratulations. Roy Koenen. Congrats. Gergely Kapani.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Azra Grzalic. Sujit Kumar. Welcome. Matthew Kurian. Bino Kurian Varkese. Congratulations. Remy Lelou. Ger van der Leden. Congratulations. Ries Lee. Congratulations. Vince Liu. Vincent Liu. Congratulations. Adelaide Mafubo. Derek McIlhenny. Congratulations. Michiel Metselaar. Jeroen Minaert. Lakshman Mohanasundaram. Congratulations. Masa Motech. Suchita Mukherjee. Herma Mulder. Laura Munoz Castro. Ryan Murphy. Congratulations. Arti Narayana Swami. Luke Nelison. Congratulations. David Neves Pereira. Tsuyen Nguyen. Jeroen Nijwening. Robert Novotny. Congratulations. Bunyot Obikkonov. Congrats. Verena Ooms. Congratulations. Felix Oyong Ari. Congrats. Andreas Oskio. Congratulations. Harold Overwater. Congratulations. Christina Penchuk. Congrats. Jorge Pereira Martins. Congratulations. Gabriele Piceo. Anna Quagliata. Congratulations. Jean-Baptiste Rappot. Congratulations. Alex Sanchez Perucha. Congratulations. Thomas Sauri. Congrats. Roland Schwegman. Allard Schwenke. Congratulations. Dorothy Segui. Congrats. Sankalp Shukla. Dina Sivasidartan. Congrats, Dina. Jennifer Scoopin. Congrats. Yusuf Svezi. Paul Tan. Congrats. Angelique Tan van Foreest. Congratulations. Yatin Taneja. Güven Triakioglu. Dmitry Topinski. Catarina Valquaresmas Bastos da Silva. Congratulations. Laura Velasco Bertero. Congratulations. Jan Veldhuizen. Congratulations, Jan. Ji Wang. Adam Bai. Congratulations. Jan de Wet. Congratulations. Floris Weijers. Sejin Sku. Adam Zhang. Congratulations. Lydia Zhao. Congratulations. And to conclude the graduating class of Executive MBA 2018, Cecilia Zhao. Congratulations. To move on to the next exciting group, the full-time International Master in Business Administrations of 2019, guys. Vidya Afiat. Sofio Agomilashvili. You're welcome. Diego Aguirre. Congratulations. Hamid Azimi. Abi Bajai. Abik Banerjee. You're very welcome. Michelle Barstow. Congratulations. Maya Beskovchek. Alex Bidyak. Congratulations. Ksenia Bokareva. Congratulations. Alvi Budiasto. Congratulations. Alba Butrago Junco. Congrats. James Burbridge. Congratulations. Wilson Camargo Jr. Congrats. Stuart Campbell. Rebecca Candela. Congratulations. Giannina Carvajal Ortiz. Congratulations. Alonso Carrillo. Kevin Carroll. Congratulations. Hugo Cavallo Berini da Francesca. Congratulations. Susan Chang. Congratulations. Well done. Sonali Chaurasia. Congratulations. Magic Chen. Congratulations. Well done. Hui Chen. Congratulations. Ethan Chen. Congratulations. Janet Chung. Congratulations. Vikrant Datla. Congratulations. Carlos Del Clo. Congrats, man. João Dias Cardoso. Congratulations. Ni Dodo Amu. Emily Eckhaus. Congratulations, Emily. Matt Fafoutis. Gisela Falkenbach. Walter Franco. Congratulations, Anna. Very well done. Ana Carolina Galati Morello. Congratulations, well done. Andres Ginata Solania. Congratulations, well done. Vladimir Goldstein. Congratulations, very well done. Ricardo Gomez Azevedo. Congratulations. Josh Gonzalez. Congratulations. Tomás González. Congratulations. Diana González Yamuni. Congratulations. Well done. Yelena Gorlushko. Congratulations. Bremen de Haan. Ja. Well done, man.
Appreciate it.
Sherry Hernani Quispe. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Adam Hudson. Shiraz Hussain. Vidushi Jetli. Congratulations, very well done. Sarah Jin. Congratulations. Hee-Jin Kim. Congratulations. Chinu Kim. Congratulations, very well done. Seung-Ki Kim. Congratulations, well done, man. Alexei Copin. Well done. Stanislav Kovalchuk. Kartik Krishna Murthy. Well done, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Vinit Kulkarni. Congratulations. Harsh Kumar. Congratulations, well done. Jean-Luc Cuteau. Jessie Kwan. Thank you. Congratulations. Roshni Lada. Congratulations. Crystal Lai. Bora Lee. Congratulations, well done. Jae-ho Lee. Congratulations. Jung-hee Lee. Congratulations. Doni Leemreissen. Congratulations. Well done. Adam Lewis. Congratulations. Jaime Lezama Elguero. Congratulations. Well done. Chantal Lee Chow. Congratulations. Ignacio Lietier. Congratulations. Yiyu Lin. Maxime Liu. Doreen Liu. Congratulations. Thank you. Van Mahatapanaku. Dipankar Mahe. Patricio Mateluna Paredes. James McCoy. Pablo Mendoza Herrera. Congratulations. Victor Merix.
Dank u wel.
Andrea Miranda León. Congratulations. Flavio Molina. Congratulations. Manu Musonza. Well done, man. Congratulations, very well done. Gabriel Neris. Congratulations. Richard Norris. Akanksha Padi. Congratulations. Camilla Paquette. Congratulations. Judith Parihar. Congratulations. Budi Pratomo. Congratulations. Yuhua Chin. Congratulations. Pavel Chavez. Parasuram Ramanathan. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Jacinto Rango. Lisa Rasay. Congratulations, well done. Kartik Reddy. Congratulations, man, well done. Alex Ribbons. Martin Rio Frio. Jeroen Rutten. Congratulations. You finished good. Tony Salvatoriello. Well done, man. Congratulations. Michael Samra. Congratulations. Well done. San Pedro. Esembek Saribayev. Congratulations, well done. Arster Schouten Patulea. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nikhil Sebastian. Congratulations. Shraddha Seth. Congratulations. Yoriko Setyava. Anastasia Shiloh. Congratulations, well done. Abhinav Shrey. Taras Shved. Congratulations. Bharat Singh. Congratulations. Well done. Thank you. Himanshu Singh. Edu Soler Pericas. Eleni Stein. Congratulations, well done. Leo Sun. Kevin Tamil Chelvan. Paulina Tapia Camino. Congratulations, well done. Scott Taylor. Congratulations. Maria Tepliakova. Congratulations. Jay Tinivara. Daniel Uribe Restrepo. Congratulations. Jose Velos. Congratulations. Sena Vayudin. Wendy Wang. Yang Wang. Congratulations. Suryadi Vangsadiradia. Congratulations. Well done. Fiona Weeks. Owen Vai. Congratulations. Well done. Renee Vu. Congratulations. Well done. Wendy Vu. Shweta Yalagiri. Congratulations. Well done. Leary Yang. Congratulations. Kasim Yassin. Well done, Kasim. Nadia Yuryeva. Congratulations. Well done. Fernando Zarur Brandy. Congratulations, Mama. Cho Sai. Su Zhang. Congratulations. And the last one of the full-time MBA 19 graduating cohort, Younes Zinou. Congratulations, all of you. You are now alumni. But before the party starts, there is the matter of those who have been asked to sit in the front rows. You may or may not know why, but I'm now about to tell you that we will be announcing the Dean's Honors and the Dean's Honors with distinction to those in the front row. The titles Dean's Honors and Dean's Honors with distinction are awarded to those students who have shown exceptional skill in their academic coursework, but also throughout the program to help their peers. The classification of Dean's Honors is awarded to students who had great academic performance across all program terms, no fails, no resits. They also went the extra mile. And for the Executive MBA 2018, I would like to call to the stage Oleg Belik. Also getting Dean's Honors is Hofi Einarsdottir. Congratulations. Reinier Hille Ries Lambers. Congratulations. Gergely Kapani. Masa Motek. Also receiving Dean's Honours but not attending is Suchita Mukherjee. Luke Nelison. And the last for Executive MBA, Dean's Honours, is Sankalp Shukla. Well done. Congratulations. And then there is the matters of Dean's Honours with distinction. These people are truly the top of their class in both academic performance and their experience in the program. For EMBA 2018, Kirabi Aslam. Well done. Dean's Honours with distinction also goes to Marloes van Gasteren. Well done. Thank you. Very welcome. Closing the ranks as his top performer in his class, Wouter den Boer. MBA 19, your turn. Let's do this. Dean's Honours for MBA 19 go to Maya Bisgovcek. Thank you. Also receiving Dean's Honours but not attending is Ni Jodo Amu. Ana Carolina Moreo. Ricardo Gomez Azevedo. Dean's Honours also go to Josh Gonzalez. You're welcome. Kartik Krishnamurthy. Congratulations. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Ignacio Lietier. Yoriko Setyavan. And the last to get Dean's Honor in MBA 19 is Scott Taylor. For the full-time MBA 2019, the Dean's Honors with distinction go to Adam Lewis, and Arthur Patzelea. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This concludes the official degree giving. Congratulations, all of you. You've done it.
Don't worry, I'm still here. Anna and I joke oftentimes that sometimes she'll say to me, I don't know if I could do what you could do. And I say, well, I don't know if I could do what you do. And that really comes together today because I don't think I could have gotten through everyone's names as well as she did. So, yeah, that was truly amazing. The good news is we're right on time, so let's keep it moving, shall we? So we're going to turn our attention to the Student and Faculty Awards. We'll begin with the Faculty Awards for each program, which recognizes the faculty member identified by the class as standing out as the best of the best. First, I will invite Academic Director of the Executive MBA program, Tom Mom, to please come to the stage and have him announce the recipient of the Faculty Award for the EMBA class. Tom?
Well, dear alumni, dear guests, each and every year the two MBA cohorts select what you think is the best teacher of the year. And, you know, we value all our faculty and they are all very important. But who inspired you most? Who helped you to really dig deeper, learn really new, cool things, and also help you develop, let's say, as a person? Well, regarding you guys, the Executive MBA cohort, I have some quotes from you about the teacher that you chose, okay? He challenged me to push my boundaries. At times, I hated him. But in the end, I loved him, and I respected him as my coach. He's a great storyteller. an effective way of learning. He is actually the first person to make this subject interesting. Great content, great teaching, strict but fair. I learned about the integration of multiple disciplines in a strategic way. And some other things you mentioned are his many years of experience and that he also contributed to your personal, professional development. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Executive MBA Faculty Award 2019 is presented to the Professor of Management Accounting from Ivy Business School and guest teacher at RSM, Murray Bryant. So Murray couldn't fly over today, but he told us he is really honored and he wants to show his appreciation by means of this video.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to congratulate you on being here today. I'm sorry because of other commitments I couldn't be with you. I'd like to welcome the MBA class of 2019, the EMBA class of 2018, family, friends, faculty and staff. Today is a special day for every grad. Take some time to thank family and friends for the support they've given you to help you get here today. Because as Mandela said, it seems impossible until it's done. I'm sure over the past few months you thought it was impossible, but now it's done. But frankly, it's only beginning. Again, quoting Mandela, education is a wonderful weapon, most powerful weapon to change the world. We live in a world with many problems that you are going to confront. A world of climate change, income inequality, racial and gender inequality, sustainability of our resources, nationalism, and a concept of exclusion. And business cannot be removed. They must be a part of addressing those problems. And in the course of the roughly 250 cases, 2 very long novels, for those of you who actually did the reading, the many discussions you had in class, out of class, socially, you've developed the tools, the capability, and the self-confidence to address many of those problems. I urge you to take that challenge because in your I will mantra, you committed to making positive change in the world. But I really stands for we, because change doesn't come from an individual. It comes from team effort. You need to be able to harness others to share your vision to make changes. I would like to thank those who nominated me for this award. I am truly thankful and humbled by the privilege of being selected by you, because I learned so much from you, whether it was in class, socially, on the study trip to Toronto, or the many ICPs that I guided through. I learnt from you. But I also had help too from the EMBA staff who made my life easier. Thank you and congratulations.
And congratulations to Murray. Next, I invite Mir Shimla, the Academic Director of the International Full-Time MBA Program, to the podium to announce the recipient of the Full-Time Faculty Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear graduates, I'm very honored to present you the Best Faculty Award for the Full-Time MBA Program. Now, this award was chosen by you, and here are some quotes in which you describe this faculty and the course. So one student say, "Great speaker and teacher, I'm going to miss the lectures." And other students wrote, "This was an excellent, life-changing course." Now, when students say that the finance course was life-changing, you know that this faculty must be something special. And in this faculty has done a remarkable job in making what is usually a difficult subject into an inspiring and engaging course. What is even more astonishing is the fact that this is the third year in a row that this faculty wins the award, which is a testimony to his commitment and passion. So it is my pleasure to present this year's awards to Dr. Arjen Mulder.
Thank you. Don't worry, it's a one-pager. So, the MBA marks a turning point in your career, and it has cost you like a serious investment, not only in terms of money, the time, the effort, but we all believe it was worth it. Now, I feel proud and honored that first of all, I was allowed to be part of your learning experience, your one-year learning experience. And obviously, I feel even more honored that you appreciated my effort by means of this award. I feel very honored to stand here in spotlights, but in reality, your learning experience was the result of a couple of crucial things. And first and foremost, it takes a fantastic group of students that can either make or break the in-class experience, and you totally made it. So first of all, thank you for that great experience. Second, and I forgot to mention that last year, it also takes like a superb program management that is able not only to handle all the things that can be foreseen, but mostly the things that cannot be foreseen. So I want to thank the program management of the MBA for delivering this whole program. And it's only then in the third one in a row is your professors, of which I feel totally privileged to have been but one. I will not keep you waiting for the drinks, so let me just conclude by thanking you once more and by expressing the hope we will stay in touch. And obviously, this is not only because you promised to inform me on those investments that almost seem too good to be true, and you know the drill. But I also love to stay in touch because I'm genuinely interested in learning about your life after the MBA, how it develops, and maybe one day I may invite you to be a guest speaker or you give back to the future RSM students in any other form. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Sitting off to the side as we do, we have the opportunity to see you all line up before you walk across the stage. And I can tell you it's a testament to the bond that you have with the class because nearly every single one of you gave him a thumbs up or a smile. So it was kind of special to be able to see that from the side. So congratulations to you. So now I'm going to invite An back to the podium to announce the recipients of the Student Award for both classes. An? Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm very happy I get to not read a million names again. But it was lovely to do so. On a lighter note, the Student Awards are an amazing thing. The MBA wouldn't be the MBA without the cohesion and the diversity in your classes, and we would like to celebrate that, hence the Student Award. Inside and outside of the classroom, your experience in the MBA was made that extra bit more special because of the diverse and unique personalities in your groups. You undoubtedly have made friends for life. You really did. If I look back at my own journey as one MBA alumnus, I certainly did. We applaud and are very proud of each and every one of you, but you all brought something unique to the program. And we are now celebrating those who stood out, who went that extra mile, cared as no other, took the lead when the going was tough, and it was often tough, had a vision, or was engaged with all of you in a unique way. The Student Award is voted for by all you students, but also by program staff. And it comes with a cash prize of €2,500. We forgot to mention that, didn't we? For the Executive MBA class of 2018, the class voted for a graduate who they called remarkable, honest, helpful, and an inspiration. She inspired and helped others to be confident, was always willing to help, share knowledge, and contribute. And the Student Award goes to Marloes van Gasten.
Wow, thanks guys, that is just amazing. I'm truly honored and humbled that you chose me. The last 2 years have been challenging for all of us, and I definitely wouldn't have been standing here if it wasn't for you guys, and for many, many more people here in the room, and probably out there also supporting me. I want to start by thanking my husband, Donald, who is also in the crowd. He deserves that more than anything. My love, you are the best. Thank you for always being there for me. And of course, I also want to thank my family and my friends who had to miss me when I was in the EMBA and on Fridays and Saturdays and all the other times that I was studying. Thank you for showing support and always bearing with me. RSM has an amazing faculty. I just cannot stress this enough. It's like an oiled machine. The professors who have helped us through all our academic challenges, but also our program management, who has helped us through all kinds of personal challenges. I want to specifically thank Sonja. I know she's here. But let's not forget all the other staff at RSM. Let's not forget Maria and her team, who kept us well fed, of course. Yeah. The staff at reception that always welcomed us with a smile, and the cleaning crew that seems invisible but is actually quite crucial to the entire operations and are never appreciated enough. And last but definitely not least, I want to thank all of you guys here in front of me, our amazing cohort of people. You guys rock. We are a unique cohort with amazing people who are always there to help and support each other. In business, but also in life. Weddings have been celebrated together, and divorces have been wept over together. We have done highs and lows together. We shared it all. We partied and we cried together. We have a connection that is real and that is valuable, and that I will treasure from now until forever. It will not go away ever again. This journey together with you has taught me that nothing great can be achieved alone. We did this together. We grew together, we learned to listen together, and we learned to listen instead of always speaking first, which is a habit that some EMBAs tend to have. Through you, I gained compassion, but also determination. We showed each other kindness, but also humor. We learned together and we reshaped ourselves. We reshaped ourselves into an ambitious bunch of rebels. Together, we found our voice. A voice that is going to shout out and change the world for the better. Let's make sure that in 10 years from now, our MBA is not just a line in your resume. We use this MBA, all this learning that we did together, to make a lasting impact. I treasure all the memories that we created together, and I just cannot wait to see what's next. Thanks, guys.
Now for the full-time MBA class. You elected this graduate because of their contribution to the social cohesion of your class. He stepped up to the plate for a number of activities purely voluntary, out of his own goodwill. His peers call him smart, fun, helpful, brings out the best in people. His creativity and initiative have taken the MBA to a new frontier. And the full-time MBA 19 Student Award goes to Adam Lewis.
Whoa. No. Wow, thank you. Thank you. This is very nice. Look, I've been told by a couple of people that they voted for me because I had a lovely beard. So it's nice to know that there are other reasons. But I think one of the reasons is probably because we put on a speaker series to give people the chance to speak in public and kind of share their passions. So really, this award is for the 21 people who came up and spoke in that speaker series and gave us a little bit of their hearts and their minds. So thank you very much to you guys. Thank you also to everyone who came. Without you, it would have been crap. It would have been awful. So thank you very much. That was really, really nice. This group is pretty special, to be honest. It's pretty special. So give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you. And then also, the staff and the faculty also came as well, which I think is just an unbelievable tribute to show that actually, if you work here, you're not just here to do your job and leave. You are totally invested in the people who came and who want to grow here. So again, thank you to reception for setting up so many meetings to make this happen, and all of the faculty and staff who came. Thank you very, very much. But there's one more thank you, because I do know for a fact that a lot of people voted for someone else, which was a mistake, but don't worry about it. Jay, where's Jay? Stand up, Jay. Guys, you could go to every single country that this MBA represents, and you will not find a kinder, more caring man than Jay. So, Jay, I share this with you, my friend. You make me feel... Yep, nope. No, that's not necessary. You've had your moment, Jay. Thank you. Last person to thank, watching at home, no, not watching at home, she's working, is my girlfriend, who is working so that I can eat and do things. I just want you to know I really appreciate it, and just keep going if you can. Thank you.
Usually I make some joke about someone buying the first round of drinks, but someone over there took my joke, so I have nothing witty to say, so we'll keep moving along. Every year is a tradition at the RSM graduation ceremony for several members of the graduating classes to prepare a farewell speech on behalf of their cohort. This is a very special moment in the program, and to deliver the speech for the Executive MBA class of 2018, I would like to introduce Dorothy Segui. Hope I got that right. Yes, Marloes van Gasteren. Please come back up to the podium, please.
So this is a speech I rehearsed a bit better. So dear loved ones, family members and friends, thank you for being here on this special day. A day that is both joyful and also a little bit sad. Joyful because we all made it here. I mean, look at us. But also a bit sad, because this day, it marks the end of a journey we embarked on together 2 years ago. A journey that was intense and has given us many sleepless nights. A journey on which we made friends for life. And also, it was a journey during which you, all of you here present and watching us, you showed us patience, love, and support, without which none of us would have been standing here today. I think I speak for all of us here if I express my gratitude towards all of you here, and that supported us. When I embarked on this journey a little over 2 years ago, I was a bit insecure. I didn't know if I would have what it takes to finish this journey. All I knew is that I really wanted to learn as much as possible from this experience. What that was exactly, I didn't know. Today, I'm looking back, and I'm realizing that this journey has brought me so much more than I could have ever imagined 2 years ago. Let me share with you the story of my journey and the most valuable lessons that I take away from it. I'm a real people person. I've always been intrigued by what makes people tick. One of the best theories in this field is one by Daniel Pink. He tells us that there are 3 factors that determine intrinsic motivation, better job performance, and even personal satisfaction. Those 3 factors are mastery, autonomy, and purpose. Mastery is a desire to get better at something that matters. During our 2 years, we have gained an immense amount of academic knowledge from many different disciplines, like HR, marketing, strategy, and even accounting and finance. This knowledge will be with us to make better decisions every day, now, tomorrow, and in the future. But next to these academic learnings, there have been at least as many learnings when it comes to our leadership development. We are a cohort consisting of more than 100 men and women, born in over 30 different countries. We have a wide range of educational and working backgrounds, religions, and of course, unique personalities. The conversations between us have always been rich with all the insights that only this unique crowd can bring. I will treasure all of the conversations that we had, and I hope that there are many to follow in the future. Autonomy is the desire to direct our own life. I've always been an independent person. Some might even call me a rebel. It wasn't until my journey here at RSM that I just realized how important autonomy is for me, and for most of us here. During the EMBA, we worked in teams together for many of the assignments. We Skyped each other each week and had many, many great discussions. Discussions during which I learned that discussions are never whole unless all of our voices are heard, and that each of us requires autonomy for their voice to be heard. I also learned that a great conversation only exists if you learn to listen instead of speak. Only if you listen, all voices shall be heard. Purpose is the desire to serve something bigger than yourself. During our EMBA, there have been many moments at which we have been challenged to find our own purpose. And a challenge it was indeed for me, because there are many things that I find valuable and important. So how do you figure out what your purpose really is? Would you know what your purpose is? It was the talks with many of my EMBA fellows and also my RSM coach, together with a leadership retreat in Catalonia, that were instrumental in finding my own purpose. It's my purpose to improve the living conditions of as many people as possible through striving for a sustainable world in which we can all live in equality. This is, of course, quite an ambitious goal, but I believe also in the little things. If you take small steps, at least they will take you in the right direction. So, mastery, autonomy, purpose. When I was writing a speech, I realized that I was missing something in the theory. My RSM journey has taught me a lot about mastery, autonomy, and purpose, and it has been very valuable. But there was one lesson I learned here that was more valuable than anything else. More valuable than can be found in a book, or even taught by one of the professors. Something that, to my opinion, makes a difference between a good leader and a great leader. That one thing is courage. We've heard about it many times before already today, and I believe that's true. In term 4, as one of my electives, I had the opportunity to go to Catalonia on a leadership retreat. I was looking forward to a week of reflection on myself and my leadership style. My choice for Catalonia, of course, had nothing to do with the climate, the food, and the wine. It was purely academic. The week in Catalonia turned out to be a life-changing event for me. Through some tough questions, I got to know myself a lot better, and I found my purpose. But this, however, was not the most valuable lesson I learned there. The most valuable lesson I learned in Catalonia is one of courage. And for that lesson, I want to thank a very special person here today, an amazing woman named Jinchi. During the Catalonia trip, halfway we went canyoning. In the canyon, which was filled mostly with water, we jumped rocks that were 4 to about 20 meters high, feet high, sorry, not meters. Could be. We swam underneath passageways and we used some of the slippery rocks as natural slides. For me, the weather was perfect. I love water, I love adventure, so I had this amazing day. But can you imagine, though, how scary this kind of canyoning must be? If, like Jinchi, you cannot swim and you cannot see very well without your glasses. I just cannot begin to imagine how scary that must be. And I was inspired by Jinchi because she has the courage of a lion and she went for it and she completed the entire canyon. She had the courage to be vulnerable, the courage to face her fears. She had the courage to jump in the deep, take a leap of faith, and trust her own abilities and instincts. Her courage is the kind of courage that shows strength, the kind of courage that makes the difference between a good and a great leader. The kind of courage that I wish for all of us here. And that brings me to a wish that I have for this amazing cohort of people. This journey has given us some great academic learnings. It has helped us find our purpose. And it taught us about trust, compassion, empathy, and many more leadership skills. I am sure that today is not the end of our journey together. It is merely the beginning of a new part of our journey together, the next chapter. What I wish for all of you is that you find your own courage, like I found mine in Catalonia. The courage to make your own decisions, to do what's right, serve your own purpose, and create a lasting impact. In other words, I hope you find the courage to be a force for positive change. Thank you.
Right. I need that little thing, you see. You've obviously moved from excited to hungry, thirsty, tired. So I hope the few words coming are going to be a little bit inspirational to you. First of all, thank you, Marloes. It's a gracious ending for RSM. Dear guests, good afternoon. To our beautiful audience here around the world, our proud families and friends, to our renowned faculty, to our supportive RSM guests, and to all of you, MBA 19, EMBA, MBA 19, it's a pleasure and a humble moment for me to be here in front of my very, very impressed parents, those whom actually have no idea what I'm saying. Not very. But I know they're listening. My name is Dorothy. I was born of 2 loving parents. My mom's an accountant by profession, and my dad worked in construction his entire life. 4 years ago, I took my father on a trip to Scotland. It was his first time flying. And I'm standing here before you today, graduating from my 3rd degree, an MBA nonetheless. And I know I'm not alone. I would not be standing here in front of you if it were not for my parents. They instilled in me the power of education to have a better life and to have freedom. They allowed me to pursue all my educational choices, always. My mom even drove me all the way to my dorm room on my Erasmus study in the UK to make sure I had a bed to sleep on. So this is how I stand here in front of this very beautiful and very unique and very diverse crowd. All of you from many places I dare to call my friends. You guys are from the Netherlands, Portugal, Uzbekistan, Sweden, Costa Rica, Peru, Romania, Libya, Lebanon, Mexico, Georgia, Korea, Germany, Rwanda, South Africa, Canada, and I could go on. The now well-known Nigerian female writer Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie gave a speech a few years ago about the danger of a single story. And she said, "A single story creates stereotypes, and the problem with stereotypes is not that they are untrue, but that they are incomplete. They make one story become the only story." The rich landscape of backgrounds here that we have around us via our MBA program prevents us from this very danger if we are careful, and it is a privilege that we have received to be swimming among such diverse stories and talents. A privilege. This is what it is, guys. A privilege is something where we have to care for every day of our lives. So do remember your RSM I will statements. About 4 months have passed since we closed a regular schedule of classes, papers, teamwork, and so on and so on. And I keep asking myself, what do we do now with our knowledge? What do we do with our tools? But mostly, what must we do with these? How do we honor our families, our parents, our partners, and children who have allowed us to undertake our educational journeys, those without which we would not be here today? How do we stay awake in front of our good fortune? And how do we nurture this intellectual and cultural wealth? Now, you think I'm going to give you an answer, but I won't. I won't, because questions are far more useful, because education should be about even more questions. Questioning is the very principle which prevents us from becoming fools of our certainties, biases, and opinions. So we shall keep questioning and moving forward together, remembering that our journey comes with an ocean of possibilities, but also tides of responsibilities. So we shall remember to keep our eyes and our ears well open and act responsibly, to do good for ourselves, for the ones around us, for our communities, and for the ones to come. Although I'm not going to give you some answers, I'm going to leave you with some good post-MBA life mantras, some 9-point list that I built upon some personal reflection on how to live happily after our MBA program. First of all, read books. But please, guys, don't read the Harvard Business Review or self-development books. Read novels. Read some good old literature. Books which where your mind can vagabond and create a world of its own. Books you don't want to let go and which make you miss your train stop. Because books are great stories to tell others. They're impactful and they're imbued with emotions. And people remember emotions. Number 2, keep learning and share the knowledge. Never stop doing both, please. Learning has given us so much strength, energy, courage, people, friends, and so forth. So keep doing it for yourself and for the people around you so that you can inspire them forever with new ideas. 3, love, of course. But we all like to complain in our daily lives. We hate this, we hate that, our jobs, our managers, and so forth. So let's try to flip it around. Let's try to remember that what we have is great, that we are among the most lucky people on earth. And remember one thing, endorphins are released when we smile, laugh, and love. Endorphins lower your stress level and improve your state of happiness, so I think it's worth the try. 4, be humble, especially you, my lovely MBA crowd. I know you can be a little bit cocky sometimes. I have learned some of my most amazing lessons of resilience and courage and entrepreneurship from some of my customers from Africa. Some of them actually did not know how to read or write, but they had so much power. So humble, please. 5. I think 5 you're going to like. Drink a glass of red wine every day. Preferably French, of course. Why? Well, I think wine always improves our conversation and our language skills. And the French believe it makes you live longer. Just remember I said 1 glass and not the whole bottle. 6, do not use the word interesting. At the beginning of my class of historiography back in the States, a professor prevented us from using the word interesting in our papers. Why? Because the word interesting, he said, is for lazy people. If I say, your speech was interesting, it doesn't mean anything. So please don't be lazy and don't use the word interesting. 7, be crazy, do crazy things and surround yourself with crazy people. Crazy things open our world, they open our mind, our creativity, our ideas, and they make us much cooler people. And remember that most of the people we call geniuses today used to be called crazy during their lifetime. They are the people we read in class, artists we visit in museums, and stories we listen to, dreaming of a similar path. 8, please don't make your career your important goal. Make people and experiences your important goals. Because when you are on your deathbed, you will not remember your business meetings, your trips, your promotions. You will remember the trips to Africa you took, the sunsets you saw in Thailand, and the great conversation you had at a dinner with someone you had just met. And 9, last but not least, leave this room knowing that the people you have been journeying with here are no longer your classmates, teammates, colleagues, or fellow graduates. They are your friends, your very own family. Because whenever you call one of them, they will remember and welcome you because the journey on which you sailed together is unique and has created unbreakable bonds. So, look back, be proud of what happened, be hopeful of where we follow, have the courage to dive into the unknown, follow your big dreams, guys. I will try to follow mine. Change the world and be relentless about it. Because you aimed at being great students, because you aim at being greater leaders, and because you shall aim at being even better human beings. Thank you.
So if I had to summarize those words of wisdom, I think it was drink courageously is really what I took away from that. Maybe. I think there were a few other points. I'm sorry, I was kind of missed there. And now representing the class of the International Full-Time MBA, once again, Mr. Adam Lewis, please come to the podium.
We've been sitting for a while. Why don't you just very quickly stand up, high-five the person to your left, high-five the person to your right, and then sit back down again. Let's go. Nice, thank you. I like the people who stubbornly went, no, I'm not doing that. So my friend was sitting on the sofa the other day, and he was flicking through one of my MBA brochures. And he said, so tell me, was it all worth it? He said, because this makes it sound like by now you should have transformed your life and be crapping out gold. And I said, well, it's complicated, you know? Like, there's so many different aspects to an MBA, it's quite hard to judge. And he said, no. If I were you, I would have written a list of all my expectations going into the program, and then compared that to everything that happened in real life to work out definitively if it was worth it. I thought that's not a bad idea. Because whereas the EMBA experience that we've heard about is kind of a bit more of a slow burner, the full-timers just get thrown in and smashed around and then spat out the other end with mild concussion. So there must be people sitting here thinking, what was that? I'm here to help. For the last time, let's just reflect on what happened to us so we can really say whether our expectations were met. So here's how it's going to work. I asked people beforehand for their expectations of the program, and it came down to 5 things. The first thing that people expected from the program was personal growth. And I always remember, you know, when you're applying, you see those people, the talking heads on the website, and there was a woman very smartly dressed, and she said, yeah, here in the Rotterdam School of Management MBA, you're going to grow as a person. And what she meant was, you're going to get fat. Unavoidable. Every day you're going to eat at Maria's Cafe, where the portion sizes, Maria, are actually meant for a family of bears. Like, don't get me wrong, we loved it. But when you combine that with sitting in lecture halls all day, and then you go out into town and discover that Dutch food is basically just bitterballen and bread, no, you ain't getting any skinnier on this program. You're going to grow. But the good news is, it's not just your waistline. Your perspective and personal development also grows. So I don't know about you, but I came onto this program and I was kind of unsure about exactly what I was going to do next. And I was kind of like, well, I don't really have that much confidence about whether I could do something different. But the support of the program, the coaching, and just the space to think, it really gave me a direction for the first time so I can confidently say there's something I'm quite excited by for the future. And not everyone here will be able to say, I found my calling. But the fact that they've started that journey and that we get help together, I think is really valuable. I'm just saying they should tell people you're going to put on weight as well, right? For the marketing information, that's quite useful. Just the bullet point would be fine. So we expected personal growth. We probably got more than we bargained for. Second, people said academics. This is a top 10 European business school, and they said, I want to learn a lot. Particularly, I want to learn finance. But what they meant was, I want to be able to give all my finance work to Jay. Because you can learn finance, of course you can, but what you really learn is there are people in this world who are happy to ruin their lives doing finance so you don't have to. Jay loved standing up the night before his exam for 6 hours, teaching a bunch of monkeys how exchange rates work. In fact, he loved working with us so much, he decided to emigrate to Canada. But when Jay's not around, you do have the world's elite academics at your fingertips. And actually, we may not remember everything, but the principles we learned from Arjen's wallet all the way to Trevor's fists, like they're going to stay with us forever. So is that useful? No, I'm asking you, is that useful? Yeah, okay. A little bit of democracy in action. We Brits like to ask complex questions to uninformed people in the hope that their answer ruins our lives. Absolute joke. So we expected strong academic learning, and that was an easy tick. Third most important expectation was working in international teams. 36 different nationalities. Here's what I learned. It doesn't matter what country people come from. If they spend long enough in one room together with a high-pressure deadline, people lose their shit. You start and you're like, oh, I'm such a collaborative leader. No, you go first. Couldn't possibly you go first. And then 1 month in, it's like, change that font again. I'll kill you. I will end your life. There's definitely a group in here who had an entire day arguing about font size, so. So with this level of international diversity, like teamwork is so hard. Honestly, beyond the UN, I don't think there's a better place you can learn how to deal with it than here. And over time we did. And the reward was not only that our teams performed better, but we ended up learning so much about each other. I learned about Indian education system from Bollywood nights. I learned about family life in Peru over homemade pisco sours. And I learned, of course, about how to dance like a Latin American whenever Despacito came on the playlist. Apparently, you just get on the table and take your top off. Ignacio. How much would be lost if we didn't have that? Like, how boring would last summer's World Cup have been if we hadn't all been together to watch Brazil go out in the quarterfinals? So I expected a lesson in culture. Honestly, we got so much more than that. Fourth, people said they wanted to have a good time. They'd heard about this MBA sports tournament called MBAT. And they said, apparently you go to have fun. It's not really about the winning. Yeah. Only now Trump got elected. Half of America came to the Netherlands, and now it's very much about the winning. MBAT's the place where mild-mannered, loving, kind American dads turn into psychotic animals when you put a frisbee in their hand. Matt, our captain, you could see it in his eyes. He didn't know he had kids when he got on the field. He held the winning frisbee trophy like the child he didn't know he actually had. And that just filtered through to our excellent women's football team, dance team, an unbelievable rock band that we created. We won in badminton, volleyball, cross-country, basketball. Who knew anyone would care about basketball? But we did. Was winning fun? You bet your ass it was. So if we expected to have a good time, we did 1,000 things together to nail that one. And it helped for the fifth and final expectation, relationships. They said in the MBA Open Day, you'll form some deep and long-lasting relationships on the program. Let's put it this way. If you're sitting at the back of this room now, and you're in the same relationship with a person who started the MBA, has finished the MBA, you are the real winners of this ceremony. There's a lot of love in this place. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about friendships. Because when you spend this much time with one group, the affection that you have for people is just enormous. But there's one thing that's particularly special about this group that makes those relationships even more special. Support. When I walked back with Jay after his infamous finance session, I said, how are you feeling about the exam tomorrow? And he said, well, there's a lot of things I don't really know yet. I said, well, that's because you spent 6 hours wasting your time with us. And in a very Jay way, he said, yeah, that's correct. And I said, well, why did you do it? And he said, because people needed help. And I could help them. People needed help. And I could help them. And that kind of sentiment wasn't just Jay's, it was happening across the MBA. Down the road, you could see Magic giving accounting lessons, and Carolina doing PowerPoint lessons, and clubs sprouting out of nothing to help people find contacts. People came in droves to support the internal speaker series and the amazing TEDx event that our cohort put together. In an MBA, one of the most competitive environments in the world, all people wanted to do was help each other. And it kind of struck me that maybe because this MBA speaks so strongly of social and environmental value and positive change, that it attracts people who are not only incredibly smart and ambitious, but also kind, caring, and supportive. Which means our relationships aren't tenuously linked by kind of random likes and dislikes, but we've formed a community based on shared values and a shared system. Which is really like a pretentious way of saying we really, really like each other now. And that maybe in a world where everyone has 2,000 LinkedIn contacts, but most of them wouldn't send an email on your behalf, what we've created are relationships that are meaningful and real. And frankly, that's more than I expected when I came. So now I'm sitting back with my friend on the sofa, and he says, "What a load of crap." Honestly, oh, you went, and in a year, you suddenly became more confident, and you suddenly had loads more friends, and you became a better teammate, and all your relationships were brilliant. And I said, yes. And he said, all right, let's pretend that I believe that. What are you going to do with it next? And I say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we all do next. We're all bright people. We'll all find our way. What matters to me is how we do it. That we don't just walk out of here and forget that this supportive thread that we've woven through these groups to carry us through the MBA are strong enough and long enough to carry us for many, many years to come. We just need to not let go of that thread. You've all taken different things from your time here. You've all had your own collection of great memories. And only you can really look back and judge as to whether this experience was exactly the experience you wanted. But from now, it is up to us how this community works together. And I hope you agree with me that the closer it does, the more chance we all have of doing some pretty great things. So leave here with the courage that Marlous and Dorothy asked us to have. Wrap around it this supportive thread that keeps us together. And this experience won't be just a collection of great memories. It'll be the first chapter of the rest of our interwoven lives. Thank you.
Note to self, add crapping gold to MBA brochure and tell people they'll get fat. Got it. I got it. Thank you for it. But in all seriousness, we travel a lot to speak with potential MBA candidates, and I actually have to thank you because one of the things we get asked a lot is what makes RSM special, what differentiates you from the other schools? And a lot of times what I typically say and what I do believe is that we're collaborative before we're competitive. Now, the example I used to use to illustrate this was actually the MBA tournament. So for those of you who don't know, the full-time program goes down to Paris and competes across 30 different sports. There's probably some drinking. There's lots of other schools there. There's probably some more drinking. And historically, we never won anything. Like ever. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. What we did win was the Spirit Award, which is like getting the most improved trophy, right? So that was what I used to take out on the road with people as the illustration of how collaborative we are. The team spirit, we all wear orange. Of course, I didn't really say that we weren't good at sports. They just gave us that award because they wanted us to have something. Because what happened this year is that we did win things, and we did not get the Spirit Award. But why do I say thank you? Because oftentimes I look for ways to explain to people what makes RSM so special. And I'll be able to take that out and tell people, so thank you for that. Okay, we are very close. As we move towards the conclusion of today's ceremony, yay or RSM's corporate and alumni relations team have prepared a brief video which shares with you how and why it's good to stay connected. Roll video.
RSM alumni are the most gezellig people in the world.
RSM alumni are everywhere.
Network of opportunities.
Very ambitious. Torchbearers of the new tomorrow.
You guys did an outstanding job.
Good luck with your career and go conquer the world. Ciao.
And credit to Sue Martin, the director of the alumni team, for helping to put that together, so thank you for that. So graduation marks an important part of your MBA journey, which began many months, perhaps even years ago. Through the ups and the downs, the fun times and the challenging ones, you put in the effort required to persevere and make it to this day. And for that, you should both be proud of yourself and for your fellow classmates. However, today isn't the final destination of your MBA journey, but merely a stop along the way. If I was the one who interviewed you, I most likely asked you as part of my last question to you was, beyond all of the academics, what is the one thing that you would like to learn about yourself? Today, I invite you to stop and to reflect on that question once again. And perhaps more importantly, the answer, now that you've completed the program. Reflect on who you were before the program. Reflect on how you've changed during the program. Reflect on the lifelong friendships you formed. And to think ahead about what the world will look like now that you are a graduate of Rotterdam School of Management. The moment you moved the tassel on your cap, you transitioned from students to alumni. And in that moment, you joined a group of over 36,000 graduates around the globe who have gone before you and are ready to welcome you into the RSM family. No matter where you find yourself in the world, I can guarantee you that a fellow alum is never far away. Seek them out, join a chapter, help keep the RSM alumni community strong and vibrant. And finally, as RSM ambassadors, which is what you are now, I challenge each of you to find ways to be a force for positive change in your world. You know, we often talk about positive change, and perhaps your mind goes to big things, NGOs, cutting big checks for things that you find passionate about. However, incremental changes, even in the right direction, can have a huge impact, and that comes from you. I was on the tram to the event today, and I read a quick story about a woman who lives in the UK who travels by train back and forth to see her children who were in the hospital. And the conductor noticed that she was on this train nearly every day. Could have said nothing. I'm sure we see people with, at RET that look at us and we say hi. But he took the time to ask her, why are you traveling every single day on this train? And she said, well, my children are sick. They're in the NICU, and I'm traveling to see them, and I do this every single day. Okay? Most people would have said, oh, that's really hard. It wrenches my heart. There's nothing I can do about that. But instead, this conductor went and was able to secure a free pass for her to be able to take this journey daily so she could see her sick children. Small, but the impact that makes is huge. So remember, positive change doesn't always have to be big things. It can be small things as well. So now is the time to apply your learnings, both in your professional and in your personal lives, while always seeking to make a positive impact in the world around you. And as you do the great things that we know you will, please keep us aware. Let us know what you're doing and about the impact that you are making. So as we leave the room here today and go raise a toast celebrating your achievement outside, and today becomes tomorrow and then the next day, remember, today is not a goodbye, but more than a farewell for now. And as our colleagues in the corporate and alumni team shared a few moments ago, no matter what you do or where you go, you will always be part of the RSM family. Thank you. With the ceremony now complete, in a moment, I will ask the graduates to stand up in a moment, just to make sure you're listening. You will follow the RSM staff out of the room and go enjoy a toast celebrating your graduation. For our friends, guests, and family, I kindly request that you stay seated until the graduates have left the room, and then meet them for drinks outside. Try not to hang out by the doors. It gets kind of like a bottleneck, so kind of move further into the building if you would. I would also like to take a quick moment to thank the entire program staff, the alumni staff, the facilities. This takes a lot of work to put on and to put on professionally and successfully. A lot of hours get put into it, and I couldn't thank enough the people around the room that you might see, the ones that you haven't. So a big round of applause to An Van Dam, programs team, Sue Martin, and the alumni team. Thank you all. And now for the moment that you have all been waiting for. Graduates, please rise. I want each of you to take a moment and look around. Look around at your colleagues, your friends, your family. You will never forget this moment so long as you live. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure with great pride that I introduce to you the graduates of the Executive MBA class of 2018 and the International Full-Time MBA of 2019. Congratulations, you've done it. Okay, let's go have some drinks.